Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So we got our Thursday reveal today, and it is another teaser trailer for The Walking Dead's final season. Now, this teaser trailer, most of it, a lot of it is like green screen, so there's not too much to read into here, but we actually do see our official first look at Mercer in costume. I guess with the other teasers released throughout the week, like throughout the last week, we did get like looks at Mercer, but it wasn't his face. It wasn't anything like that. This is the first it's about a minute long, this teaser trailer, and I'll leave a link down below. It's a video or whatever that The Walking Dead's Twitter account, like The Walking Dead AMC's Twitter account, posted, and you do see Mercer. There are some other cool shots that I want to talk about, but this is basically the Thursday reveal. Now, I think the next Thursday reveals I think they're definitely going to be a lot bigger than just this. I would say out of all of the reveals so far, this definitely was the most disappointing, mostly because we already got some footage earlier in the week, right? So this is kind of more of the same of that. Yeah, we got some new shots and new looks here, but overall, it's like, well, it's kind of the same thing. So I want to talk about what we got here that I want to talk about because it is July now. It's July 1st today. I do want to talk about everything that we can expect this month because yeah, it's Thursday now. In a week from now, I think the Origin series starts with Morgan. But in 2 weeks from now, we're going to see our first of new footage for sure by then because that's when The Walking Dead Daryl origin story is going to begin, which means that at the end of it, we're going to get some new footage, most likely a scene of Daryl entering the subway tunnel. That's what I'm predicting anyways. So if you want more Walking Dead content like this, just make sure to be a subscriber. Also, episode 4 of the podcast is now out. We talk about season 4 of The Walking Dead, and literally it's just entirely just focusing on season 4. So the link for those should be down below. We're on YouTube and on Spotify, so make sure to go check us out. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, or at least just kind of mention today, is that, today is Canada Day for people who live in Canada, and obviously we're not going to be celebrating too much today. At least I'm not going to be celebrating. Like, the thing is, I will celebrate being Canadian in the sense that, I am proud of the country. I'm proud to be Canadian, but as somebody who is Métis, I obviously know the history of what the world or what this country has gone through, and seeing this big uprise here and what's been going on over the last, with all the residential school stuff, like the last month, I do think things are changing. It's horrible what's happening, and I guess social media is really good for that, right? Social media in that sense, it's really good to rally behind a cause, and a lot of things are changing for the better. If you think about Black Lives Matter, a lot of what happened last year, if social media didn't exist, I don't think it would have been possible to achieve what they've achieved in the last year in terms of, moving forward and progressing. And I think that the same thing is being done right now with Indigenous peoples in Canada. And there's still a long way to go with a lot of this stuff, but I just wanted to say that it's just absolutely horrible what happened to those children, and it's just beginning. I think the number right now is 1,505 kids that they found. And they've only searched a couple of schools. There was like 150, I believe there was almost 150 around there, residential schools across Canada. And they've only found, not only, but they found 1,500 only in a couple of schools. And so I think the next few months, it's going to be a reckoning. What the world is going to find out is going to be nuts. And a lot of us already knew, but there's a lot of people who didn't know, right? Because they don't teach this stuff in schools, which is the problem. Like, everything I've learned from residential schools, I've learned from my grandmother. I learned from just like my parents and just growing up with that, right? Like you just hear about the history there, but like in school, I didn't learn anything about this. They didn't teach me anything at all. Like, the only thing they teach you about Canada kind of is like the fur trade and stuff like that. But that's basically it. There's nothing else. Anyways, I just wanted to make a little comment on this because it is Canada Day, and it's a sad day right now, at least for a lot of people. And I think that, yeah, it's just kind of on my mind. So I just wanted to mention that. But we can talk about the trailer now because obviously that is why you guys came here. So I apologize for saying all that. But the trailer, for the most part, doesn't really give away a lot. It does. Like, the thing is, we've already seen a lot. So ignoring what we've seen, this is like their first official thing they're releasing with it. And they do actually give quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff in the background. We see a lot of, first of all, I really love their logo at the end here, The Walking Dead Final Season Part 1. I just love how it looks. Man, like, I'm wondering if that's going to be their logo for the final season, because they're probably going to change it, I'm guessing. I mean, I can't believe it's the final season, first of all. Like, just seeing this, The Walking Dead final season part 1, like, I can't even believe this is happening, man. It's so insane. Like just a year ago, we were talking about how the show was probably going to go on for however many years, and now it's ending. I mean, the thing is, like, I am happy that it's ending. If it was going to go on until season 14 or 15, I really wouldn't be that that happy about it, because there's not a lot of story you can do. And like, I was watching a scene of a show yesterday, and I was like, you know what? This show's so good because it only had a few seasons, like 4 or 5 seasons. And I think that The Walking Dead, if it ended after 5 seasons, would be that good. I think that I am happy that it went past 5, or not. I know I'm happy it went past 5 seasons, because I think the show after 11 seasons is going to be just phenomenal and way better than it could have been if it ended after 5. But yeah, I mean, I just think it was a smart choice by AMC to end the show after the 11th season, to make it a mega season and make it like 3 parts. I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really can't wait to get started with all this. And I mean, whenever they release a teaser trailer, I see the excitement in all the comments, and it's like the hype is unreal for the final season. And I can't wait. This has been a really fun and long journey with you guys. And so it's, I can't wait to see how this is going to end. I mean, it's not going to end, because I'm still going to be doing videos after on like the rest of the Walking Dead universe, the Rick movies, and then the Daryl and Carol spinoff and stuff. But when it comes to the main show, I mean, this is going to be insane. The first shot that I might as well talk about, because it is kind of the most newer shot, is the shot of Mercer. And yeah, we do see Mercer here. Mercer is just, I mean, he looks like a badass here. He actually looks like the comic Mercer a lot here. And he's actually wearing a helmet, I believe, which is a little interesting. I don't remember if in the comic, if he wears a helmet or not. Because I know that whenever I think of Mercer in the comic, I think of him with his helmet off. And I think of the cover of issue 177, in which he doesn't have a helmet on. So this could be a new addition here on the show. Maybe not. Maybe it happens in the comic. I'm just not remembering. But this could be a new addition. And I think also it would make sense if it was. Because, I mean, like, why? What? Because he's the most badass. He doesn't get to wear a helmet, right? Like, no, you're going to wear a helmet. I think it's super cool, honestly. I'm really excited for Mercer, because the thing about Mercer, and I guess I should explain Mercer a little bit to people that don't really know a lot about him, because I think that I talk about him a lot, and a lot of people probably watch my videos and are like, I don't even know who this guy is. Because like, if you haven't read the comic, then yeah, you won't know. He's like this top general, I would say, of the Commonwealth military, and he is an extremely likable character. At first, you see him following orders, but he's someone that like reluctantly follows orders, because he's treated like shit. He doesn't really agree with what the Commonwealth stands for. He just kind of does it because he needs to, right? But he's treated like shit from Pamela Milton's son, Sebastian. Sebastian is just like this spoiled brat who is just, he thinks he has all this power. And so he treats people like Mercer, who's a respectable man who actually contributes to the community and helps, everyone survive here, treats him like shit. He runs his mouth all the time, and he just puts Mercer through hell. And there's just a lot of issues when it comes to the Commonwealth storyline, in terms of a power complex, in the sense that the people who are more powerful get more power, even though it's not too deserved. And Mercer meeting Rick changes all of that. And so I think Mercer meeting Alexandria, seeing Daryl and everyone else, meeting all of them, learning that there is another way, I think that it's going to change him a lot. And it's going, like, sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes all it takes is just to put a thought in someone's mind, and then they're just like, oh, whoa, I never thought of it like that. And things can change so much. And so I think that that's exactly what happens here with Mercer. And so that's what I mean by he's very likable. He becomes an ally of ours. He joins the Alexandrians in wanting to change the Commonwealth, and so he's going to be a really cool character to follow, and I honestly can't wait. He ends up with the princess, which I find like really, really weird, just because he's this very serious, like, strong person, and the princess is just a little crazy, right? She's really out there, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Opposites attract, they say. So I think you know, Mercer will probably like tone her down a little bit, and then I think Princess will maybe bring a lot more out of Mercer, right? So there's not too many other shots. A lot of the other shots are, again, there's a lot of green screen stuff here, a lot of stuff you just kind of have to ignore, but there is some stuff here definitely for the final season in like the subway tunnels and stuff. You do see a scene with the Reapers walking towards them, and this kind of just more confirms what I was already thinking about this trailer here, or the first or second episode, is that there is going to be like this street brawl. It's this night street brawl, as I called it in my other video. I really think it's going to go down that way. I mean, it looks incredible. Like, I do want to say though, there's a shot of the Commonwealth, and you do actually you see them kind of in motion, and it just looks really cool. Maybe it's just the graphics here, but it looks really cool anyways. Yeah, but this was the Thursday reveal. I mean, it's a little disappointing because we already got some of the footage earlier in the week. Again, if we didn't get any of that footage, this would be a lot like really exciting, but we did see a lot of it, so there's nothing too new here. But you know, I mean, we got 3 teasers this week, basically 3 teaser trailers, right? So I'm happy about that. But I'll leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. I do think next week we are likely going to get some more reveals, because, like, I think about it, it's July 1st. Like, this was today's reveal. July 8th next week. Like, the week after, we're getting some new footage. So I don't know if they'll do casting information next week, but because it is like 2 weeks before Comic-Con next Thursday, roughly anyways, they might release character portraits, because that's what they usually do. And once they release the character portraits, that's where it's like, okay, all this new information is going to be coming out really fast. That's usually what happens anyways. And as we get the trailer in the next 3 weeks, and then we get into August, I mean, all the episode synopsises are going to come out for episode 1 to 8. There's just going to be a lot of stuff coming out. And then as soon as we get the trailer in 3 weeks, like that's the thing. We're getting the trailer in 3 weeks. Like, be hyped. It's coming. But once that drops, there's going to be so much footage. Right now, we're just dying for some, but there's going to be so much soon. So, yeah, every little update, obviously, I will do a video on. So make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.